Facebook. Request over here.
Abs would be good.
Abs. What were we going to say?
Just take it like little down a notch.
You want to take it? When he's like, give me some abs, she's like,
No, abs are good.
Okay.
Lower.
All right.
Try to do lower.
All right, so we'll start on our backs. We'll start with the abs first thing.
Hips to it.
Hips, abs and hips. All right, so we'll start on our backs. Knees together, feet wide, arms can be stretched out or on your torso. If you want to start full Shavasana, stretch it on out. Eyes are closed. Just start connecting to this moment. Notice all your senses, space you're in. Turn your focus to your breath. Finding that equal inhalation, exhalation. In and out through the nose. And when the mind wanders, focus back on your breath. As you continue with your breath, I'll do a reading from Comfortable with Uncertainty. Meditation takes us just as we are, with our confusion and our sanity. This complete acceptance of ourselves as we are is simple, direct relationship with our being. There are 4 qualities. Steadfastness. When we practice meditation, we are strengthening our ability to be steadfast with ourselves, with our body, as well as our mind. And steadfastness doesn't mean only when we are content and happy with what's going on around us. Steadfastness means we practice regardless of what's going around us. Clear seeing is another way of saying that we have less self-deception. Through the process of practicing the technique day in and day out, year after year, we begin to be very honest with ourselves. Experience our emotional distress. We practice dropping whatever story we are telling ourselves and leaning into the emotions and the fear. We stay with the emotion, experience it, and leave it as it is without proliferating. Thus, we train in opening the fearful heart to the restlessness of our own energy. We learn to abide with the experience of our emotional distress. Attention to the present moment. We make the choice, moment by moment, to be here fully. Attending to our present moment, mind, and body is a way of being tender towards ourselves, towards others, towards the world. This quality of attention is inherent in our ability to love. These 4 qualities not only apply to sitting meditation, but are essential to the bodhicitta practices, which is the noble heart, and for relating with difficult situations in our daily lives. By cultivating them, we can start to train as a warrior, discovering for ourselves that this noble heart, not confusion, that is basic. So just reach your arms on your head, stretch into the back. And then hug your knees up and in. Make circles around your back. Reverse the circles. put your feet down, pick up your hips, move them 1 inch to the left. Let your knees go to the right and look to the left. Notice where you feel it. And then bring it up, put your feet down, pick your hips up, move them 1 inch to the right, and then let your knees fall to the left and look to the right. And then bring it back to center, plant your feet, level your sacrum back out. Just pick up your hips and just kind of swish them side to side up in the air. And then drop your hips down, ascend your right leg high. Go ahead and find that space at the hamstring where you can move the ankle around comfortably. And then stay where you are on the leg or get deeper into the hamstring by going higher up the leg. Remember, you're not forcing anything. You stop before you have to bend the knee, right at that edge. The stretch is right in the middle of the hamstring. And then take the ankle, cross it over the bent knee, find your figure 4. Stay here pressing the knee away or lift the foot. You can hug it up and in, right arm through, left arm around, take it or not. Stay here. If you want a little deeper stretch, you can tip it gently to the left. You can straighten that back leg. You can do your rock the baby on the back, wrapping both elbows around the leg that's up there and hovering the back leg. Nice. And then bring it back in. And then put the back foot down and just send your right leg up for breath and then put it back down. Now left leg high, interlace your fingers behind the leg and work out the ankle. And then keep it where you are or go further up the leg to deepen the stretch in the hamstring. And then guide the ankle over the bent knee, find your figure 4, keep it here or hug it up and in. Stay where you are, tip it gently to the right, add what feels good here. Whatever you did on the other side, maybe not the same thing, maybe you need something different on this side. And go ahead, if you moved, bring it back in. We'll all put the back foot down. And send the left leg up for a breath. And then bring it back down. And then hug your knees in and rock it out. Make circles, reverse your circles. Stay here or bottoms of the feet together, knees press away. Stay there or hold your feet or ankles, find your happy baby. Any movement that feels good. And if your feet are up, bring them in. If your knees are wide, pull them together. And then just send your legs straight up in the air. And then bend your knees just until the toes drop out of sight. Make sure your knees are over your hips. Create that 90-degree angle. Now take your hands, push your knees away, and at the same time push your thighs back into your hands. Arms should be completely straight. Get your legs further away, Christy. Straighten those arms. Further leg. Yep. Straighten your arms. Yep. There. Push the low back into the floor, and you should feel some engagement in that low core. If you don't feel it, if you're not shaking, you're not doing something right, because I'm shaking. Jog your toes a little more, Kathy. More. Right there. Now push into the low, back into the floor. Nice. And then go ahead and hug it in and rock it out. So that's a great way to strengthen your low abdominal muscles without any flexion in the back. So if you're having back issues, that's a good way to strengthen your back. Okay, by strengthening your core. All right. So let's do upper. We'll plant our feet, take our hands behind our head, lift your head and shoulders off the floor. So you're not gripping behind the head, you're just touching the head, and you're gonna pulse up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. And then we get the obliques. So we'll do our bike pedals, we'll do 2 rounds, and if you want to take it up a notch, we'll do the Charlie's Angels option, all right? So, hands behind the head, lift your feet off the floor. And now you're going to take your right elbow to your left knee, hover the opposite leg, and then just switch and just move. So you're moving elbows, you can go as slow or fast as you want. Try to get the legs more straight out than up when you're doing this. And now hold it on one side. And then move. And now hold it on the other side. And then move for 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and rest. All right. So you can do one more round just like that. If you want to take it up a notch, you're going to take both legs straight in the air instead of bent. You're going to get your Charlie's Angels guns, all except, bringing the 2 fingers forward. And then let's drop our left leg and take our hands to the outside. Otherwise, you're just doing knee to the side, and then you're just going to switch. And you're just going to move with your breath. Otherwise, knees are bent, and you're back to doing that bicycle option. And now we're going to hold it on one side. And then we're going to move for 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Hold it on the other side. And then we're going to move for 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and rest. Fire in the belly. All right, so go ahead, make your way up to a seat. You can roll to the side or rock up. Any way you want to get there. And just go ahead and come all the way to hands and knees. Finding your tabletop position, we're going to drop our belly and lift our head, and we're going to enjoy that stretch across our abdominal area. And then wait for an exhale, arch your back high, push the floor away, hold here. And then just do moving with your breath, inhaling sway back, and exhaling cat. Keep cycling through. You might start moving at different paces as you listen to your own body. Make sure I'm not that. And then wait for your exhale, return to your flat back. Now take your hips, push them off toward the right heel, make a big circle, and go all the way around to the front. And you're going to do that 2 more times to the right. And then when you get back to the front, reverse it, push to the left, and circle around for 3. And then come back to center and just go to child's pose. And then let's just walk both hands over to the right side of our mat, walk a little further through the left, maybe left hand on top of right. And then walk it over to the other side. And then come back to center and shift forward, hands and knees, and just drop your hips in line with your shoulders. So don't sag here, that's not where we're going, and don't pike here. So tuck it in. Shift it forward, and then just take it all the way back to child's pose. And then inhale, shift forward, and exhale, shift back. Do 2 more like that. tuck your toes, push your hips back. And breathe into your toes and feet for a moment. And then when you're ready, press it up and find your first downward facing dog. Pedal it out, walk it out, move it around. So rest when you need to. If it feels okay, we're going to lift both heels. And then drop the heels to the left side. Keep pushing through the right hand. And then take it up and let them drop to the other side. And then come back to center, and you're either going to drop to your knees or shift to plank. Hold your plank. So remember, you're here or you're here. Same thing we just did. So you're either going to take a big inhale, and as you exhale, go back to child's pose or down dog. And then inhale, shift forward. Let's exhale, shift back. Inhale, shift forward. Feels like too much, knees are down, and you're doing what we did before. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. One more time. We'll hold forward. Knees are lowered or lifted. And then we'll all lower all the way down to the belly. And go ahead, slide those elbows forward, setting up for Sphinx. If you need less, tuck the chin. If you need more, look forward, drag the elbows back, push the pelvis into the floor. Stay here only if it feels good. Some of you might lift the elbows. Honor your body. And then lower down. Press up to hands and knees. Take it all the way back to child's pose. Release your back. And then when you're ready, either from hands and knees or down dog, make your way into ragdoll. Any movement that feels good, bend your knees, sway your hips, walk around from side to side, find what works for you. And then we'll all bend our knees and stack our vertebrae, rounding up. Once you're at the top, stretch it out, drop your tailbone. Only if it feels good, add a little back. And then come up straight before your hands come down. And drop your eyes. Find your mountain. And let's just reach both arms up. Take hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Stretch it over to the left side. Stay here, or you can move that right foot behind, bend both knees, curtsy, and pull. It's going to get a little deeper into the hips the more you bend. You should feel it right here. And in the side, of course. Go ahead, bring it up. Grab the other wrist, stretch it over. Stay where you are, or take the left foot behind, bend both knees, curtsy, and pull. And then go ahead, bring it up. And just drop your hands, touch your thighs, slide towards your toes. Stay here, or take your hands behind your back, stretch out the shoulders. You can pull away. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. Your hands are behind your back, return them to the sacrum. Reach for your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away. Find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, come all the way up. Once you're at the top, stretch it out. Drop the tailbone only if it feels good. Add it back. up straight, and hands to your heart. Drop your arms, find your mountain, settle your breath. And then prepare for sun salutation. Shoulders back and down, bellies in, tailbones drop. Feel as if you're lifting through the crown of the head. On your next inhale, reach high. On an exhale, fold down towards your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away. On an exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, take the left foot to the back of the mat. Drop that knee all the way down and sink into that left hip flexor. Shine your heart open. Remember, you can come up to the knee if the floor is too far away. Bring both hands to the inside if the knee is in the way. And then wait for an exhale, hips back, toes lift, Ardha Hanuman, hands walk with you if the hamstring is tight. And then shift the weight forward. Tuck your toes, take it up. Hands and knees or down dog, cat cow, or as your flow. Inhale, plank. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, let the left leg lift. Go ahead, turn the toes to the side, get into the hips. Keep it there or bending. And then step that foot all the way up. Drop the right knee, sink into the right hip flexor, shine your heart open. And then wait for your exhale, hips back, toes lift, Ardha Hanuman. And then shift the weight forward. Take it back, hands and knees or down dog, cat cow, or as you flow. When you're ready, right leg lifts. Go ahead, turn it to the side, let it go as high as it'll go, and then only if it feels good, bend the knee. And then step it all the way up. Left hand flat or fist, right hand on the thigh, above the knee, twist to look to the right. Keep the right hand where it is or reach it up. And then bring that hand down, step your back foot up a few inches, and come on up for high lunge. So some of you are going to stay here, rest if you need to. You can always drop the knee if you want less. Feels okay, we'll add a little bit of core here by shifting our body forward into a 45-degree angle. So straight line from the head to the back foot, and then inhale, reach up. Two more like that. Exhale, shift forward with control. Inhale, reach up. Of course, that front quad's working, right? One more time, back. And then last time, high. Stay here or we'll take a twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Some of you might drop your back hand to the back thigh and let the left arm go higher. And then wait for an exhale, bring your hands down. And we're stepping up the left and back to right. Right hand flat, left hand on the thigh, twist to look to the left. Keep it low or reach it up. Breathe. And then bring that hand down, step your back foot up a few inches, and come on up for your high lunge. stay here or we'll add that shift. So it's exhale, shift forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up. Last time, forward. Inhale, high. Stay there or right arm forward, left arm back. Stay there or drop the back hand and reach the right arm higher. Wait for your exhale, hands to the mat. You can either step up to ragdoll or back to down dog. If you prefer something else, you can do that. We'll meet in a squat when you're done. So if you're flowing, go for your flow. It can be a high squat or a malasana squat. Elbows above the knees high, or sink it down. It can also just be a goddess squat, which is where we'll go once we're all coming up. Can always be a chair or a mountain if you don't want to fold anymore. Find your perfect practice and let it be. Let it be. Nice, everybody. All right, so when you're ready to come up, round it on up. Reach high, stretch it out, drop the tailbone only if it feels good. Add your little back leg. Come up straight, and then hands to your heart. Drop your arms and find your mountain. Settle your breath. And then go ahead and step your right foot back for studio purposes. Wherever you are at home, you can, whichever foot makes best. So a wide leg forward fold, setting up for your goddess squat. Toes turn out. Bend your knees and find your squat. Belly up, tailbone down. I thought about doing the mandala. I was thinking of Valeria today, Cherry. But I think it's a little probably too confusing. So hands can stay on the thighs or you can bring them up. On an inhale, straighten the legs and drop the arms. On an exhale, bend your knees and find your squat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sink low. Keep going. Nice. The next time we meet in our squat and we hold it. Let's go 3 more. 2 and 1. We're going to come up, drop the arms. Now square your feet, fold forward, and touch the floor. So take a moment to be here and notice where you feel it just when you're hanging forward. Do you feel it in the hamstrings? Do you feel it in the inner thighs? Just breathe into that space. And you're welcome to stay here or we'll take our side lunge. So turn your right toes to the side. We'll be backwards in the studio. Walk your hands over to the right. Honor your knees. You can keep it high or sink down into that squat and let those left toes pop up. Nice, everybody. And then we'll take it to the other side. Keep it high or sink it low. And then bring it back to center. Walk your hands way out in front. Find your wide leg down dog. Just wiggle your shoulders. Notice how it makes the whole spine move up into the hips. You can stay where you are or take your left hand, reach under the body, like you're going to go for that ankle or the shin. And then maybe you want to twist and look up. If this does not feel good to your body, you can always push the left hand down and reach the right arm up in our other way that we do our twist. And then go ahead and switch sides. So if you're reaching for the ankle, it's right arm reaching under. That doesn't feel good, it's right palm down, left arm up. Find the one that works for you. And then we'll bring it back to center. Let's all just turn our toes to the top of the mat. And then take it back to down dog or child's pose. Cat cow, or as your flow, whatever feels good for you right now. And then either from hands and knees or down dog. Let the left leg lift. So we're gonna exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, reach it high. So you can also have the knee down. Exhale in, inhale high, exhale in. Last time to the nose. Last time reach it high, and then we're gonna step it all the way to the top of the mat. Go ahead, turn that back foot to the side so you end up with your heel to arch alignment, and just take your left forearm to the thigh with the palm turned up. Right hand can stay on the hip or come up alongside the ear, palm spinning down. You're always welcome to add on here. Those of you that have a variation you're working on, there's a bind. You can take the half bind, you can take the full bind, you can take bird of paradise. That's it. Good job. Thanks, everybody. So we're all going to reach it back in a side angle, and then just let our right hand go down to the floor. Pop the back heel up, and then place the knee down. Walk your toes to the left side of your mat. Some of us are staying right here, so we're going to take the left hand, push the left knee away, look over the left shoulder. There's always a foot grab here for those of you that like it. If it doesn't hurt the body, it's going to make it a deeper stretch in that right hip flexor. Nice. And if you're holding on, release with control. Both hands to the front. Stay up high or sink down. Right elbow, maybe left. Find your pose and breathe into that left hip. If you went low, push up through your arms, and then take that left leg around. You can go down dog or child's pose, you can cat cow or vinyasa. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, let the right leg lift. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. One more squeeze. Last time, reach. And then step it all the way to the top. Take the back foot, turn it to the side, and take the right forearm on the thigh with the palm turned up. Keep the left hand where it is, or take it up alongside the ear, palm spinning down. Nice. Let that arm roll in towards the face, spiraling peen down towards the floor. Stay here or play here, your practice, whatever you want to add on the side. Half bind, full bind, bird of paradise. Core. Reach through the head. Nice. And then we're all going to end up reaching that left hand down to the floor, popping the back, heel up, and then placing the knee down. Walk your toes to the right. Stay here or take your right hand, push the right knee away. There's that foot grab. If it doesn't hurt the knee, you can bend the knee, reach back, take hold of the top of the foot. Hurts the body, don't do it. If you're holding on, release it, both hands to the front. Keep it high or drop the left elbow, stay there or drop the right. And find your pose. And then if you went low, push up through the arms and just take that right leg around. You can go down dog or child's pose, cat cow, or add your flow. Nice, everybody. And let's all meet at hands and knees. And move through 2 cat-cow tilt. So as you inhale, look up. Exhale, arch up. One more time. And then return to your flat back. Go ahead, drop down to your elbows, setting up for your dolphin or elbow plank. So tuck your toes, scoop your belly. You can stay here or hips high. You can shift back and forth or just shift forward and hold. You can just hold your dolphin. You can do an inversion. You can rest in child's pose whenever you're done. Looks good, everybody. When you're done, we'll all take a few breaths in child's pose. And then shift forward, hands and knees, and take your right leg off to the side. Take your left arm, thread it under, relax the shoulder, relax the side of the head. You can push into that right hand to deepen the twist. Maybe start to feel it into the hips. We're focusing on releasing that shoulder that we just worked. And then if you moved your right hand, bring it back around, press into the right hand, reach out and up with the left. And then drop it down, stay here, and press your hips back towards your heels. If you don't like this leg out to the side, just make it a child's pose and bring it in. And then bring it back up. Bring that knee in and take the left leg out. Right arm threads under, relax the shoulder, relax the side of the head. Bless you. Stay there or move that hand. You moved your hand, bring it back around, press into the left hand, reach out and up with the right. And then drop it down and hips back toward the heel. Or child's pose if this doesn't feel good. And then shift forward. Bring that knee in. You can go to down dog or child's pose. Hold, flow, or rest. And then any way you'd like to get there, make your way to ragdoll. And then round yourself up to standing. And just take your right leg, step it forward. Both heels are going to be down, so like warrior one stance. Square your hips. We're just going to take our standing twist. So arms up, and then left arm forward, right arm back. Scissor your inner thighs, press into both feet, and if you're stable, you're looking right. And then reach high, hands down, step up with the left, and back with the right. Square your hips, arms high, right arm forward, left arm back. And reach up, hands down, and step to the top. Shake it up. And find your mountain. Take a moment, and then we're moving into balance. So we'll start with our left foot balance. Give you an option. You can do tree pose, or you can do Galavasana, where you bend both legs like chair, right ankle crosses over, and you sit low. So it gets the back of the right hip or the front of the right hip, depending on where you want to be. Arms can be up if you're in tree. If you're sinking low, you might reach down towards the floor. So find your pose, somewhere in between. Honor your body. Bend that back leg more, Christy. And bring your shoulders forward. Yeah. So hips back more, hips back, back, back. Yeah. Feel that in the right hip. Nice. And then go ahead and come up and just kick it out, swish it out, and try the right foot. So tree, whatever you did on the other side, you do on this side. Galavasana, you bend like chair, left ankle over. There it is. Yeah. And then we'll all meet back in standing and kick it out and swish it out. Shake it out. Take a moment, find your mountain. And then left foot down, hands to the waist, belly in, right leg high. Focus on the lift. You can always, if this is a balance issue, take your right hand, put it on the wall. And now just take, your left hand. Take your right hand on your knee and just take that leg out to the side. And then just look over shoulder. You can add the arm for balance if you need it. Eventually it'll stay at the waist. Now bring it back to center. If you can stay here or just give a little squeeze into the chest. And then hands to the waist. If you still got some core in you, extend and point, hold it, squeeze it a lot. And then lower. Shake it out. And try the other side. So right leg down, left leg high, hand on the knee, open it up. So this is so you can always take that right hand, just touch a wall. It's going to give you the hip stretch without trying to struggle for balance. Keep breathing. Feel that in my back, my hip. Go ahead, bring it in, drop it out, or squeeze it in if you like that squeeze. If you lean back a little, it makes your balance really easy here. All right, and then hands to the waist. If you want that core, extend and point, squeeze it a lot. And then lower it down. Shake it up. Just take your feet about as wide as your mat and just take a moment and just push your hips off side to side. So you're getting that counter stretch in the glute piriformis area. And then give it a little shake. If you'd like another squat, go for it. Otherwise, forward fold. If you're practicing pro and you want to get that in, you can do that. It's a lot of core. Lift 1, one toe at a time. Nice, good control. And then when you're done, we'll meet back at the back of our mats. Down dog or child's pose, last vinyasa. And then any way you like to make your way onto your bottom, make your way onto your bottom and swing your legs around. Work. All right, so let's just take our legs wide and then pull the flesh of the bottom away. So you're on the fronts of the sitting bones. And then bring your hands on your shins. Slide your left hand to your left ankle. Stay here, or right arm goes up and over. And then go ahead and bring it back up. Give a wiggle here and take it to the other side. Maybe that left arm goes up and down. And then bring it back up, wiggle the shoulders, hands in front, just walk it away until you feel your stretch. It's going to be different for everybody. You might be able to rest your elbows down. And then walk it back in. And bottoms of the feet together. Do a little butterfly. Keep it high or sink it towards your toes. And then sit up. Bring your knees up. Last bit of core. Feet and hips width apart. Hold on behind the thighs. Lift your heart. Shoulders back and down. Lean back until you feel the belly engage. You can stay here or alternate lifting toes or bring both shins up. You can stay here or you can add the arms. You can add a little kick. Some of you might be able to straighten your legs. If it goes into the back, you've gone too far. If you need more, you can inhale, drop to low boat. Exhale, up to high boat. And then go ahead and hold on, drop your feet, and hold. And then sit up, take your left leg out, bring your right leg in, nice and tall, so you feel that squeeze between the shoulder blades. Keep it or cross it, hug the knee with the left, look to the right. Maybe you add the elbow. And then wait for your exhale, unwind to the other side. And then come back to center and switch. Heart up, shoulders down, keep it or cross it. Hug the knee with the right, look to the left. Maybe you add the elbow. And then wait for your exhale, unwind all the way around. And then come back to center, bend your knees, pick up your bottom, walk it towards your heels, and come on to them. So we'll do a flowing bridge. If you prefer a static bridge, you're gonna push up and hold 5 to 10 breaths. So flowing bridge, either arms are down and extended or elbows are bent with the fingers up. On an inhale, you press into the hands or the elbows. If it feels good, you can also add the arms up overhead. And then exhale, roll it back down. Otherwise, push up and hold, connect to your breath, and really focus on your breath. And if you're moving, next time you go down, stay down, and hug your knees up and in. Rock it up. I usually don't set us back up, but if you really prefer pigeon on your belly, go ahead and come up to hands and knees. Otherwise, take your right ankle, cross it over your left knee, and go back to your figure 4, or you rock the baby on the back. If you came up to hands and knees, it's right leg at the top, and drop low. And then when you're ready, we'll switch it out. So drop the back foot, just send that one leg up before you bring it down, and then cross the opposite leg over, or take the opposite leg to the top of your mat if you chose to go onto your belly. Take as much time as you need to feel like you're balanced out here. And then when you're done, hug your knees into your chest. Or if you're on your belly, you can go to child's pose to do that counter. And then we'll all be back on our backs. And then plant your feet. And send your right leg high. Slow as you can, let the right leg lower. Push the low back down. Stay here, or let that left knee fall open to the side like a tree. If you want more, you can take that left foot up to the sky, grab your pinky toe side of the left foot with the left hand, foot up, knee down. And if you're holding the leg, release it, arms open up, knee to the right, gaze to the left. And then bring it back to center, hug it in, rock it out. And then plant your feet. Right leg high. No, left leg high. Left leg high. Flex and slowly lower the leg. And then once it's down, rock it out. Stay there or let your knee fall open like a tree on your back. Only if you need more, you can hug that knee up. Reach for the pinky toe side of the right foot with the right hand. Foot up, knee down. And then release, arms open up, knee to the left, gaze to the right. And then bring it back to center. Last time, hug it up. Stay here or bottoms of the feet together, press the knees away. Stay there or both feet up, happy baby. Any movement that feels good. If your feet are up, bring them in. If your knees are wide, pull them together. If it feels okay, hug yourself up. And then wait for an exhale and stretch it out. Find Shavasana, whatever that looks like for you. Let the breath return to normal. Just imagine a beautiful golden light enters the body through the crown of the head. As that light pours through your body, it brings warmth and relaxation to the scalp, down through all the features of your face. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. The neck and shoulders are relaxed. Your arms, hands, and fingers. Chest, abdomen, upper, middle, and lower back are relaxed. Hips, pelvis, buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, and shins, ankles, feet, and out. Body is completely relaxed. This state of peace is your true nature. Take a few moments just to be. Yesterday's reading from the Golden Present by Swami Satchidananda, January 20th, was accept. Whatever comes, accept it as God's will. Many paths, one truth. Bring the awareness back to your breath. Deepen your breath. Let it fill your body. Make your movements, the fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs until you're ready for a stretch. If it feels good, hug your knees into your chest one last time. And if you'd like some time on your side, just roll to your favorite side, take a few breaths there. And in your own time, in your own way, we'll meet back at our comfortable seat to close our practice. Find your tall spine and find your breath. Hands to your heart, bow in, give gratitude. Share your light. It's easy to share our light when things are as we would like them to be, but can we share our light when they're not? Namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice and your presence. Thank you for being here. Have a great day. Hold on. All right. Bye, guys. I'll see you soon.